Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing This Fog is a Dotted Gas. It's almost become a bit of a habit for us to be featuring Meggen033 puzzles for Monday morning because you guys just absolutely love fog, and this is a way of lifting Monday morning up a bit. Now, I imagine all fog is indeed gas and all gas is dotted. So I'm not sure necessarily Meggen033 is telling us much, other than, of course, the rules for today's puzzle. Let's have a quick look together. We've got This Fog is a Dotted Gas by Meggen033, and it really is just that. It is fog and Kropki dots. So if you're familiar with what all of that means, link in the description down below for you to play. On the off chance that you are not, Sudoku, place the digits 1 to 9 once each, every row, every column, of course, every 3x3 box, so no repeats. The grid is partially covered with fog, and correctly placed digits will clear the fog around that cell. No guessing is required. So if, for example, this cell happens to be a 2, then all of these cells, which are fog, will be revealed, hopefully giving us more information to proceed without having to guess. We've got Kropki dots, of course, in column 5. A black dot between cells indicates cell values with a 2 to 1 ratio, and a white dot indicates cells that are consecutive. Not all dots are given. If this cell is a 2, for example, this would have to be 1 or 4, so that essentially one cell is double the other. If that cell was a 2, this would have to be 1 or 3, so that they are indeed consecutive. No negative constraints if I have something that looks as follows: consecutive 2 to 1 ratio, no black dot, no white dot, not a problem under today's rules. So, fairly straightforward. As always, to play along, link in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Right, I'm going to go through this almost like a storm here. This is 3, 6. This is almost certainly a 2 with 1, 4 and 1, 4, so that I have cells that can be consecutive. Right, let's talk about Kropki dots for a second. Let's talk about black. You have the powers of 2. 1, 2, 4 and 8, you've got 3 and 6, and of course you've got the remaining digits 5, 7 and 9 that can never be on black Kropki dots. If you ever have a run of 3 that cannot have repeat digits, you have to be dealing with the powers of 2. They're either 1, 2, 4 or they are 2, 4, 8. And we'll come back to the and in a second actually. It obviously cannot be 3, 6 because it would end up repeating. So once you've used 3 of the 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8, the remaining black Kropki dot can only be 3, 6, otherwise I'd end up repeating something in here. Right, here is where I'm fairly confident this is a 2, is we've got 3 digits that are consecutive. And if this is something else, like 4, 2, and 8, well sure, I can hide the 1 in here, but then the remaining digits are 5, 7, and 9. They are definitely not consecutive. So that's my breaker, and that's 2. That can't be the 1. So that's the 1, that's the 4. This is 3 or 5. And what else? We almost certainly, yes, the 5 is the only digit that is not consecutive with 7, 8, and 9. So this is 7, 8, 9 with the 8 in here. 7, 9 surrounding it. And this is my 5. And we are definitely done with the breaker. Right. Where do we go from here? I mean, white Kropki dot leading off with a 6 not available. That's definitely 4. This is 3 or 5 again, so we end up with a 3, 5 pair in the column. Interesting, not entirely certain. So these 2 cells are consecutive, and it cannot include a 6 because the 5 and the 7 are not available. So 9, 8, 7, again, no 6, no 5, no 3, no 4. This can only be 1, 2. The 6 is now over here, and essentially with 1, 2, and 8, this has to be a 3, 6 pair. This has to be a 4. Nothing else is going to put on this black Kropki dot given we've used 1, 2, and 8. So that's 4. That can't be 3 anymore. That's 5 if I can type. 1 and 2 means 1, 2, 3. Means 1, 2, well, not 4, 6 because of this 4. So 1, 2, back to 1 doesn't work. 1, 2, back to 1 because that would be a consecutive digit that is not available. So 1 doesn't work, period. That's 2, that's 1. That can't be, well, it could be 1, 2, 3, can't it? So I can go 1, 2. I could go 3, 2. This is always 2. This will be another 1, 3. Can't be the 1 because it would repeat the 2. So that would have to be the 3, the 1, the 6, and then back to, well, it can't be 5. It has to be 7. This is an unusually smooth puzzle for Meggen033. And, I'm just waiting for the kind of the shoe to drop for it to get suddenly a lot harder, which is, it'll probably start to in a second. 3 here doesn't work because 4 and 2 are not available. So that's a 6, that's a 3. This is 5 or 7. They're both still available. This obviously has to be an even digit. Essentially, to be consecutive, it's even, odd, back to even. It's not 4, it can only be 6 or 8. Meaning this is a black crop dot of 3 and 4. Both are available, not helpful. 6 and 8, 5, 7, and 9, all of which are still available. 3, well, 6 could go 3, could go 4, can't go 5. Obviously, the 3 would have to be 2 or 4, but the 2 is not available. 4 works, but then I would have to go 3, 4, 5, and the 5 is not available. So that's not a 3, that's a 4. That can't be 3, that's 5, that's 6, that's 8, of course. That has to be 7, and therefore this has to be 9. Can't reach the 5 from here. And where do we go? 3, 4. Nope, none of these are useful. Just taking a look in kind of that middle section for any Sudoku. And I am not necessarily seeing any obvious Sudoku, am I? No. I mean, there's a 3 here. This is not a 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is here. 6 could be anywhere. 7, 8, and 9. Oh, 6 is not anywhere. 6 is definitely in here. And therefore this is 8 and 9. With an 8, 9, and a 6 over there. Good enough. 1, 2, 5, 6, I'm going to say. This is 1, 2, or 6. Can't have a 5. 6 would require a 3. Possible. 1 would require a 2. Possible. 2 doesn't work because it's not 1 or 4. 1 would require a 2 again, so that's not it. That's 6, that's 3. This is 5 or 7, not resolved. Consecutive digit, that is not 3, 4, 5, 6. So it could be 7, 8, 9, or it could be 1, 2 pair. It is not a 1, 2 pair, because neither of them is 2. So this is 7, 8, 9 with a definite 8. In fact, the 8 is not here. This is the 8. The 7 or 9 are not resolved either. Kind of ignored all of this section for a while. Let's have a think about it. So 4 is here. 5, in fact, 4, 6 pair. Let's do that. Then a consecutive digit that has to be odd. That is not 3. This is 5, 7. Back to even, but it's not 4 or 6. So 8 works. And I think that's the only one that works because 2 is too far away from 5 and 7. So that's 8, 7, 6, 4. 3 or 5, it is definitely 3. 2, lovely. 7 gave me 9 and 7 here. That looks like a 7, 9 pair, except it's not 9, it's 7, it's 9. That's the 1, that's the 2. This is just a known digit. 5, 9. Oh, the 6, of course, gave me 3, 6. Lovely. We're starting to run out of dots, I'm noticing. So this is not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So my options are 8, 9. Because I can't have 1, 2 in here because the 2 is not available in the entire box. And the 9, of course, tells me that's 9, that's 8. What am I left with? So the 7 can't be there because 6 and 8 are not available. So that's the 7. 1 can't be on there, so that's 1. This is a 4, 5 pair, an unresolved 4, 5 pair. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. This is not 8 or 9. This is 6 or 7. And therefore this is 6, 7, 8. Well, it can't be 7. The only way to be consecutive, this would have to be the 7. and this is 6, 8, 9. This is definitely not 6. So this is my other 8, 9 in the box. And therefore this is a 1, 2 pair. Yep. And this is 6, 8, or 9. It's not 6 or 8, it is a 9. That gives me 8, that gives me 6, that gives me 9 here. That gives me a 6, 8 pair there, and a 5, 9 pair here. Right. 1 and 2 is not here. So the remaining 2 digits that are in row 8 are 4 and 5. And the 1, 2 are not here. The remaining 2 digits in row 9 is 3 and 8. Not great. In fact, the 8 is fixed with the 8s here. So this is 3 with 1, 2. That's not the 3. That's the 3. This is the 1, 2. And then the 4 and 5 are not here. So the second 4, 5 is there. This is the other 1, 2. And surprisingly, none of this is resolved. Some of it is resolved. A lot of it is resolved. 1, 2 pair again. The 1 won't work because that would have to be a 2. So that's the 2 with a 4. That's 1, that's 2, 1, 2. Lovely. Need a 1. Need a 3. Need a 7. Not resolved. Right, 1s look achievable. Yep. 2s look achievable. This is just a known digit of 5, which helps with 4 and 5. I need a 3 here. That gives me 6, 8, 6. We're done with all of the pencil marks, so we should just fill in a couple more digits and we should be good to go. Here you go. Lovely smooth puzzle for a Monday morning. Hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video, and I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.